Shut your eyes. Stop your ears. Roll over. Flip the pillow to the cool side. And take just a few more minutes to luxuriate in comfort. No rush. The world can wait. Enjoy peace, simplicity, happiness, while you can. Savor it. Know it is only made sweeter by the fact that it cannot last, that, like all things, it will end at the unseen hour. Matters of great concern should be treated lightly, and light matters seriously. So says ancient wisdom. And yet we see profound political upheaval occur and bring no change. We see our ephemerous daily microaggressions flutter like the wings of a butterfly and slam the doors of cages filled with immigrant children. And that is our modern wisdom. We are adrift in an endlessly complex vessel whose instruction manual is in a language none of us recognizes. Adrift, like the listless young couple that lounges in their elegant, open-plan apartment.
Oh, how beautiful you look. How beautiful you look, Imogen, my darling, standing there in the doorway, wrapped in your towels with your cigarette in your fingers.
Beautiful. Is that all? Is that the best we have to offer? Yes, of course, you're beautiful too, darling. Sprawling, disheveled in your Harris tweed pajamas. But isn't there more? Should there be more than this wretched beauty?
No, but how could we ask for more, Imogen? Youth, beauty, freedom, these fleeting blessings, what a crime would it be to take them for granted? Beauty is truth, and truth, beauty, that is all you know and all you need to know. No, we must love beauty. Love beauty while it lasts.
Must we love something we're bound to lose? Isn't that meaningless? Meaningless and futile. Futile and meaningless, isn't it?
No, but I say it quite differently, my love. You see, it is tremendously important just because of its very transience.
I do have a sense that there is a terrible significance to everything we do somehow. And could you not love something that was supposed to endure? Could you not love something enduringly, Rufus?
Never! For you see, that kind of love is a lie. I garbled that one, just slightly. That kind of love is a lie, for nothing truly endures. The greatest of empires come to dust. I met a traveler from an antique land who said 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert there beside them, half sunk, a shattered visage lies. You see, to try and love enduringly is to place your love upon a pedestal, to encase it in glass, paint it upon a Grecian urn. To hold it apart in that, my dear Imogen, is no love at all. Take our breakfast this morning, my darling. To enjoy a black pudding, I must consume it, and then it is gone. I can enjoy it no longer. One cannot have the pudding and to eat it.
And is that why you love me, Rufus? With this consuming love, because you know it must end?
It is how I am able to love you, my love. Here, in our beautiful apartment, you with your towels and your cigarette, me in my tweed pajamas. Here, this morning. Now. With the light slanting in through the Venetian blinds of the French windows onto the Belgian parquet. As we prepare for the arrival of our friends, we have invited to join us for this breakfast, as we always do, not eternally but here and now. I love you only because I have decided to leave you.
And I could never begrudge you your freedom, my darling. Of course I support your decision, even if I do think it misguided. And I am ready to effect our separation as soon as you're ready. After all, it was a good 2 years ago now that you made the decision to leave with that, what did you call it?
A referendum. I called it an internal referendum.
Yes. I think the core allegory is becoming clear now. Because you're free, Rufus, free to go. Free to act with that terrible significance whenever you wish. It's because I love you that I won't stop you.
Yes, I realize that. Now. But you know, there's There's a right way to do things, my love. There's no need to rush things. Or it. I misread the line, you say.
But speaking of endlessly putting off our responsibilities, perhaps you should get dressed. Our guests are about to arrive.
Of course, you're right, my darling. I'll just step behind this monologue and put on my day tweeds.
This is the English language narration voiceover for the Mechanisms and Function 95 video. I will say that again. This is the English language narration voiceover for the Mechanisms and Function 95 video. Is that okay, Booth? Great. Here we go. The mechanisms and function of the European Union going forward into the 21st century, or quid pro euro. This is a European Videos production. We're nearly at the end of 1995, a year for the history books. But what's next for the EU when we leave this decade, this century, and this thousandry? Let's have a peek. Administration. You might think that there are a lot of European institutions today. That building is the European Commission just over the Rond-Point Schuman, or Schuman Roundabout, in Brussels. That one's the Parliament in Strasbourg. There's the Senate in Rome. There's the Space Senate in space. This imposing building in Cork is Scoundrel House. And up here, right at the top of the Alps, are the familiar brick turrets of the castle. Guns pointed to Switzerland. What a big secretarial pool. The turrets are painted the colour of Europe. Blello. But many more European institutions are planned. These Blello prints give a good idea of what the EDH, the European Department for Health, and the EDHU, the European Department for Hunting, will look like. And here's painter Julie van Laken finishing up her impression of the planned EHNPB, the European House for Nuclear Power, and Becky. This is Becky now. Looking forward to your new house. Here in Lisbon, this crumbling old neighborhood is being cleared away to make room on the 1st of January 2000 for the opening of the state-of-the-art European Office for Farm Animals wearing horn-rimmed glasses. Looking very distinguished, Daisy. I'd vote for you. Movement. At present, it's possible to walk across land borders in the Union as if they aren't there. Here's a border guard in the Netherlands. He's not gone into work again and is watching television. And here's a happy couple. Angelo and Agnese are crossing the Italian border to get married in Austria. An elopement? Don't worry, we won't say anything. Freedom of movement is one of the cornerstone principles of the European Union. This is a bakery in Athens. Look, they're hiring. Why don't you send in a CV? Here's Shane, a project manager and former poisoner in Dublin. He's a cheeky chappy. Shane is one of hundreds of Europeans employed by Road, the European Agency for the Construction of Roads. Or as they're known outside of the Union, bridges. In the 21st century, every European capital will be connected by bright Blello railroads. Just like in the song. That means that if Angelo and Agnese wanted to cross from Italy to Sweden, which they might want to do, it's not called the Italy of the North for nothing. They could. But today they'll have to make do with Austria. Better luck next marriage. Crime. This is Michel. Michel is sat on the naughty step because Michel has been naughty. Naughty steps painted vivid orange are an increasingly familiar sight in the capital cities of the European Union. They have been since their introduction in 1992 through the Treaty of Maastricht. Here in Brussels, on a naughty step in the center of the Rond-Point Schumann, Europol officer Michel has been sent to sit and think about what he's done. Hair pulling. And embezzlement. In the 21st century, every new building in the European Union will have a whole naughty staircase built into one wall. Here's a prototype under construction in Cardiff, England. And who's that at the top wearing a hard hat? Why, it's German Chancellor Helmut Kohl. Don't be so surprised. Herr Kohl is a vocal critic of that staple of 20th century life, the naughty wall, and has staked his career on finding a replacement. And this is a prison. We're getting rid of prisons. Recreation. In today's Europe, citizens take part in a wide range of recreational activities: sailing, cartography, translating a book, military service, and not forgetting the official sport of the Union, foot. We love nothing more than to come together and play. Who's this crowd? Why, it's 40 French farmers fishing for frogs. Luxembourg. Today, a prosperous trilingual country within spitting distance of the Schumann roundabout in Brussels. Look, we asked this waitress to stand on the Schumann roundabout and spit at Luxembourg. Can she do it? She can. In the 21st century, for the benefit of all European citizens, Luxembourg will be replaced with a multi-sport complex and cinema. Oh, don't look so glum, Mr. Juncker. The currency of the complex will still be the Luxembourgish franc. Now, hurry up down that water slide. There's a queue, you know. Afterlife. Perhaps you've never stopped to ask why Robert Schumann is buried under a roundabout in the center of Brussels. Some things seem so natural that we never question them, like why white tea is yellow, or why the manner in which foreign supermarkets are organized is always more exciting than the ones in our home countries. Here's a supermarket in Oslo. 2 ladles of milk, please. Could it be that Schumann is buried under there because the German composer has a naughty soul? One that should be kept under several meters of concrete, perhaps? No. Robert Schumann's soul is lovely. It's simply that, as he is dead, Europe doesn't need him right now. But it's always useful to keep a good composer close to hand in case they're needed in the future, whatever their flaws. That's why every new European roundabout will be built with space for a composer underneath. Conclusion. Or, ooh, EU. How exciting to be approaching the 21st century from the perspective of the 15 member states of the European Union, or the 13 of the European League. From all the leaders of the member states, oh, here they are now, playing at the seaside. It's goodbye for now, and see you at the fun, Century 21. This has been a European Videos production.
Oh, Imogen, Rufus, I do so enjoy these breakfasts that you host. The freshly squeezed monologues, the tantalizing scent of social satire in the air, always just slightly beyond comprehension. I look forward to them with great anticipation, as though I were holding my breath, or perhaps as though I were standing at a microphone without speaking for the full first act of a radio drama, while the actors mangled the script that I'd written. And so on, to pick a kooky simile at random.
Yeah, that's right. These events are the very pinnacle of a social calendar, bringing together not just fashionable layabouts, such as myself and Greek, but also working class relatives.
That's us! We're rubbing shoulders with the society people.
Oh, yes. It's a lovely day out of a weekend, it really is.
Weekdays are for manual labour, weekends are for moody philosophising and smoking very, very pungent cigarettes. That's what I say.
As well as dear friends from childhood.
They can't get rid of us!
Ha, yeah! We may be significantly less attractive, interesting, and intellectually curious than the rest of you, but we have just about the same right as you probably do to be here.
May we always serve as a reminder of your humble roots and keep you from getting too fancy pants big for your boots.
And your celebrated breakfast fakes have also reached the attention of the glamorous artistic community and are attended by the likes of avant-garde filmmaker and documentarian Lauren Sebastian Folks.
That's me, hello! The new breakthrough artist reinventing the popular cinematic medium and representing the voice of a disillusioned generation of disenfranchised youth.
Wow, they actually took it seriously.
Yeah.
They're all leaving.
Oh.
Oh, it stings, doesn't
We're
it?
hot stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you should have given me a
It's not
line.
for everyone, I tells you. If I may continue. I goes
too
about
real,
wearing my
oh.
sunglasses indoors.
Wearing sunglasses.
And adding cultural value and authenticity to any room what I goes into, which sometimes is too much. There's a
Clearly.
little bit about me there, in case you were wondering.
And that's everyone who's here, the complete dramatis personae of everyone who has joined us here for breakfast.
Yes, and we're all so glad that you could be here, those of you who are still here. It's so important to us to have these little get-togethers to see you all.
Oh, that's nice of you to say. We're not very important people, are we, Flem?
No, we're nobody.
No, not in the grand scheme, so it's nice to feel appreciated.
Yeah, well, you say that. Yeah, but this is all just self-indulgent and self-congratulating nonsense, right?
Yeah, yes, certainly these old people don't matter to
Oh,
anyone.
you snot-nosed little blighter.
But at least they're a part of the proletariat workforce.
Well, that's more like it. Bit of social realism.
Whereas your opulent lifestyle is totally arbitrary and insignificant, out of touch with the real world.
Yeah, with all your decadence. What do you know about the struggle of the real people who are the backbone of our society? Ignore them, and it will all come crashing down around your ears.
But of course we understand that. That's what breakfast is all about. It's how we reconnect with our community. It's where we re-examine ourselves within our social context. Surely that's the most fundamental part of any balanced breakfast.
Yes, that and black pudding, of course.
But there is more than that here. This particular breakfast, yes, it has black pudding. Yes, it has social context. Yes, it has that cosmopolitan, continental charm. But there's more. Speaking as a sort of sophisticated, semi-spiritual, hypersensitive, artistic, savant type person, I can tell you that there's a deep and terrible significance to everything that's happening here today. Yeah. Is it the particular combination of guests? Is it the particular mise en scène, if you will? Is it the delicate alchemy of all these elements at play? Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm not a wizard.
Oh, but that's true. Of course, it may seem that we are all longeros do-nothings, but let us not make the mistake of thinking that our existence is insignificant. Of course, everything that we all do, anything that any of us do, is momentously burdened with awful meaning. Earth-shaking repercussions of some sort.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, now I'm nervous to do anything. Oh.
Earth-shaking repercussion sounds very ominous. You sure?
Oh, absolutely. One has a sense of these things, you know. But inaction is just as bad as action.
Worse, if anything! When one sees a possible course of action, one must take it. Better to regret something you did than something you didn't do.
Although perhaps the victims of violent crime would disagree.
I think specifically Rufus may be thinking of his impetuous decision to leave me and end our relationship.
He's done what?
Outrageous!
Oh, really? How interesting.
Oh, yes. Yes, the decision was made over 2 years ago now. Wink. I took a quick referendum with some fairly spurious evidence, which I mostly just made up. But Imogen is right. Once I saw a decisive course of action, I had no choice but to take it. You see, the alternative would have been passivity, an unbearable indecisiveness.
No, but that's a horrendous idea. The best thing about you is that you are associated with her.
Really? You think so?
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's entirely true. I believe that we have all alarmed you with this news. Please, everyone take a seat. Relax. Think about things. Enjoy a bowl of panna cotta, a cool mimosa, or a Bucks Fizz. A slice. Oh. Oh, look. It's Jules Holland. A slice of semi-aquatic shantasm. Sealionwoman.
That's the name of the band.
Woo!
Have you forgiven yourself or not? Has your pride sunk below my waist? Row, row, faster. Row, row, faster. I remember how you smile, eyes burning, all sweet, sweet longing and desire. Row, row, faster. Row, row, faster. Sing to the heavens and sing to your God and sing sweet melodies to the wild thing you tamed, you caught, you lost. it calls me home down in the deep where I so belong. Row, row faster. Row, row, row.
Well, that was delicious. But perhaps we could return to the bombshell that you've just dropped. The shocking revelation that the historic Perch Strideforth coalition is facing dissolution.
Of course, I tried to reason with him. I told him that agency is just an illusion if you see only a single viable alternative. It's merely the veneer of free will.
But you see, I didn't understand her reasoning at all. I was acting with my gut, and my gut told me to take back control.
Even if that control consists of sitting in his underwear all day, playing video games and eating breakfast cereal. That
Which
sounds
I now
really
see.
Good right now, it's really warm.
But yes, inevitably that
I'd love
is
to be in
what
underwear right now.
my control will consist of. Cereal.
Like, you haven't actually broken up yet?
Well, no, but nevertheless, I have made my decision.
Oh, but can't you just change your mind?
No, I've stated my intention.
Oh, you should definitely change your mind. It's a terrible idea. You have almost nothing going for you as an individual. I remember you from before. You were a loud, overbearing thug.
Well, I'd still host lovely breakfasts like this. We'd still all be friends.
Nah, not so much.
No, I would steer clear.
Yes, I think I would find something better to do.
Oh, wouldn't be caught dead at your breakfast what you hosted solo, Daddy-O.
Oh, gosh, I see. Right, well, maybe I have been a trifle rash. Might we, perhaps, consider a second referendum or something? I mean, they're right, aren't they? It's not a done deal.
Oh, you can have all the referendums you like, of course, but it has been rather distressing and inconvenient for me. So there would have to be some compensation.
Oh, naturally, yes, compensation, fair.
For
just
instance, I would have to have the side of the bed nearer the window.
Well, yes, I suppose that some sacrifices are inevitable.
Oh, here comes the juicy gossip inside story of relationship.
How brazen of them to air it in public like this.
And I would make the decisions about what to watch on telly and what to have for dinner.
Don't do it, are you mad?
Well, we can talk about that.
And you can't talk over me anymore. And I have control of the finances, and you're home every night before 10 unless you have explicit permission from me to stay out.
No, see, here, I still have my dignity.
Of course you do, my dear.
I'm a very important and fashionable and quite well-respected person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. At the moment you are. But without me, you don't really have any job prospects or financial stability or social standing or credibility of any kind, really.
Is that true?
Yup, afraid so.
Right. Jolly good. In that case, my dearest Imogen.
Yeah, actually, might I have a quick word with you?
But of course, we're all friends here.
Actually, might I perhaps invite you to join me in the next room? So that we have at least one live sound effect in this episode.
Yes, fair enough. Through the creaky door, then?
Yes, the creaky door. It's not creaking anymore.
Yes, I oiled it. You see? I oiled it earlier.
Give me a second. I think it creaks still.
Oh, good. Creaking away.
It's too warm in this room. It doesn't creak. You pass me the water for a second.
Oh. There you go.
Let's get this right. It can't go for a private conversation without going through the creaky door.
Let me.
Close it for a second.
Wait a sec. Hold on.
There we go. Now open the creaky door.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Through the creaky door, then.
Yes, through the creaky door.
Yes, that was very good.
Yes, good. Now, Rufus, I'm going to be honest with you. The reason I brought you in here is not to showcase our Foley sound effect prowess.
What?
I know it is rather good, but no, it was because what I'm going to say to you may not be a popular opinion in this company.
It's not exactly unexpected.
I'm sorry, how do you mean?
Well, it's just that your reputation is not exactly untarnished.
But everybody loves me. I'm extremely rich and famous and charming, and I win at everything, and I've written several best-selling and well-ly written books.
Yes, all of this is true, but you are also sort of evil.
Nonsense. That's fake news.
I see you're him again.
Yes, I'm him again.
Very well. What do you have to tell me?
I want to tell you that you made the right decision. Of course, I don't need to convince you that you are entitled to power, authority, and the determination of your own fate due to your biological gender and the color of your skin. But it's more than that, Rufus. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I am a single man, unencumbered by responsibilities. I do what I want. I treat everyone badly, but I'm so powerful that they can't do anything about it. Who cares about reputation when everyone has to at least pretend that they like you for their own gain?
I think that I'd like to go back
please,
through the
please.
creaky door.
Please. Now, I can see that my unabashed sexism and racism are somewhat unappealing to you, but the essential argument stands. It may not be the easy route, but with ambition and hard work, you can create a life yourself of which you need not be ashamed. A world without compromise.
Do you really think so?
I really do. I believe in you, Rufus. Unless, well, you're not afraid of hard work.
No! Never afraid of hard work.
Good.
Certainly not. No, it's more that I don't really want to be like you.
But really, what's so bad about me?
People are always comparing you to Hitler.
Oh, that. Yes. Oh, but of course you have to ask yourself how much getting compared to Hitler is too much getting compared to Hitler.
I think any.
Oh, but just look at the internet. People are comparing to Hitler all the time there. It's their bread and butter. When I go on Twitter, I compare 50 people to Hitler before breakfast. It doesn't mean that they're bad people.
Right. Well, I'm pretty confused about all of this now. Nevertheless, you've convinced me that I should shoot for the stars and try to be my best self. And not because of the pallid hue of my skin or my enormous genitals. But just because I'm great. Actualized and unafraid. Not the evil stuff that you were saying, but more the sort of self-empowering bit that you were saying.
Good. Yes, I could also teach you to pick up chicks.
No, thank you.
Are you sure? Have you heard of negging? I have a technique I call the onanistic operandum for exploitation of erotic observance obtained by obfuscation. Ooh.
I know what those words mean.
Yes, it's a good one, isn't it? Free yourself, Rufus, yes. Happy Independence Day for our listeners at home. This was recorded on the 4th of July. I hope the football turned out well.
Let's go back into the room with other people.
Good. Through the creaky door?
Of course. Gosh, that was creaky.
I've got even more creaky since we...
Oh, hello.
Hello there,
Hi. Yes. So the private conference is over?
Yep.
Yeah. Good. What's the verdict, darling?
Well, darling, I've changed my mind.
How many times? Where have you ended up?
I'm leaving you, and I'm doing it immediately. I am convinced that anything I do will be beset by dread and terrible significance. The best I can do is decisively what I think is right. I won't be pushed around anymore. In fact, this is my apartment. I have sovereignty, and I want you all to leave.
That's the stuff.
Yes, everybody out, or I'll lock you up. No more free breakfasts. No more fashion. No more culture.
All right, no need to push, you Nazi.
Fine, we'll go. We're going. We won't come back even if you beg us.
Oh, Rufus, I want you to know that I really do respect your decision and wish you the best of luck.
Bother off, you vulture! You succubus, I can make it on my own. I've got oil in the attic and some black pudding in the kitchen. I can make it. Fine! Get out! 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 Breakfast means breakfast!
And so, a couple breaks apart. A social focus is uprooted. Something that has been created is destroyed. And yes, for new creation, ground must be cleared first. But who can know what that new creation may be? We clear away the mistakes of the past to make way for the mistakes of the future. And you too, dear listeners, must make your way to your next mistake. And all your future mistakes until the next unseen hour. We hope that you luxuriated in the Unseen Hour, episode 38, Soft Breakfast. The Unseen Hour is recorded live and monthly, usually on the first Wednesday of every month at the Rosemary Branch Theatre, courtesy of Unattended Items, although on September the 16th, we will be at London Podcast Festival in King's Cross, London, with a whole bunch of other really lovely shows. There may be some other special dates listed on our website, unseenhour.com. The episode you just heard, however, was performed stylishly by Brice, Stratford, Joey Timmins, and James Carney, and featured a monologue written and performed by Felix Trench. The musical guest was Sealionwoman. Theme music by The Unrecorded. The Unseen Hour is an Unseen Things production, created, written, and produced by James Carney, and the podcast is produced Europeanly by Andy Goddard and Ella Watts. Look at our website, curse you. It is unseenhour.com. We look forward to seeing you again at the Unseen Hour.